Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and your situation. And release the rest to the universe. I tried to get away without doing the work on myself. I'm doing it now. Well, you can run, but you can't hide. When you've got to change, when you've got to have these growth experiences that you agreed to have before you were born as part of the evolution and perfection of your soul while you are here on planet Earth, you have to have these life lessons and experiences. You can delay them for a time. You can try to run from them. You can try to get away without having to do the work on yourselves, but that is not how it works. When the universe comes banging on your door and says, hey, you need to change, you need to grow up, you need to become more emotionally mature and more emotionally stable, you need to become more respectful. You need to have lessons in unconditional love. You need to have lessons in patience. You need to release this baggage that's been holding you back from living your best life. You need to start living more authentically. These are some of the life lessons and experiences that many of us have while we are here for this current incarnation. Your person tried to get away without not doing this, and they've made it harder on themselves by running from this connection, by running from these lessons and from this growth as well. So they're having to do it now. So ultimately, they tried to get away with not doing this work, and that is why they ran from you and ran from this connection, because when they met you, they knew that their life was going to significantly change, and they were trying to avoid those changes. They wanted to hold on to that childish, immature behaviors. They wanted to hold on to their perhaps low vibration behaviors, words, and actions. They perhaps wanted to hold on to toxic and dysfunctional habits, behaviors, and perhaps some people, whether it's family, friends, or people that they know. But that is why they ran, because they were trying to hold on to this old life. They knew that when they met you, it was going to be a new life, and that their life was going to be forever different, and that they were going to have to grow up. And that is what they ran from, thinking that they were going to be able to escape having these life lessons, having these experiences, going through this growth. They thought that they could run from it. They thought that they could hide from it. But alas, no, because the universe, the divine, the powers that be are so much powerful than we are anyway. And we're going to have those lessons whether or not we want them. And many times the universe will drag us kicking and screaming through those lessons, doing it the hard way, but that is the choice of everyone who decides to try to avoid having these lessons, and that has been your person. But they are getting the growth, and they are having the experiences and the life lessons now that they need in order to be the partner who can be there for you and who can be the partner you have always desired them to be. The pain I feel without you is unbearable. Well, that would be one of the life lessons that your person is experiencing right now. Life without you is not so wonderful. Life without you is actually quite miserable and unhappy for this person. They are feeling a lot of heartache and heartbreak. They are feeling a lot of emotional pain because you aren't in each other's lives. And you guys watching the reading are probably feeling a lot of pain as well because you miss them. You long for them. You yearn for them, just like they are missing you and longing for you and yearning for you. That is natural. That is how these connections work. Because when you have met the one who stirs your soul and speaks to your soul like no one ever has, you desire that connection with that person because no one else can satisfy what this person brings out in you. And you want that connection back. You desire that union. You desire that partnership. And so it's also a painful experience for you guys watching the reading. But your person is also having to acknowledge that, yes, this is painful. Being without you is hard. But not only am I having to deal with heartache and heartbreak because I have been doing this work on myself, I am also acknowledging where I hurt you. And I just sit back and I stare at the wall sometimes and I think to myself, what on earth was I thinking? What was I doing? Why did I do that? What was wrong with me? And this has caused me to really examine myself so that I can truly understand my behaviors, my harsh words, my low vibration actions, my toxic and dysfunctional mess that I brought into this relationship with you that did not belong here, because you are not toxic and dysfunctional. You guys watching the reading, but your person, because that's what they were used to, because that's how they were raised, or perhaps that's the only kind of relationships they had, they brought all of that into this relationship with you, creating this dysfunction in your relationship as well. And they see where they've done this. They see where they have brought these things into this connection that didn't belong here. And they are taking responsibility and accountability for that, which is part of the growth process. That is part of the growing up. That is part of leaving childish behaviors, childish and immature ways in the past, because your person is having a heavy dose at the moment of what it's like to be without you. And it is a painful experience, but yet one that is going to contribute a lot to their growth and this work that they're doing on themselves. My self-sabotage hurt us both. Well, yes. Did your person self-sabotage this connection? I feel for many of you watching the reading, that is probably the case, because in these kind of connections, many people, the runner, will sabotage the connection because they're not ready for it. And so they're going to throw whatever they can, whatever they have into this relationship, creating arguments for no reason, and then turning it around and blaming it on you. Perhaps gaslighting you as well. If any of you have experienced gaslighting, I'm so sorry. That is a horrible thing to do to someone. Making mountains out of molehills, denying the connection, creating a lot of fights, creating a lot of problems, making a lot of mistakes, and just generally bringing their mess into this relationship is their self-sabotaging behaviors. But they actually see where it hurt both of you because they're suffering. They know that you are dealing with your own heartache and heartbreak as well, you guys watching the reading, because this connection is still alive. You can still feel and experience each other. You can hear each other's thoughts. You know what's going on intuitively with your person through dreams, through this connection, through your intuition, through empathy and telepathy, because your person knows that they hurt you. They know that you are suffering as well. And they are feeling a lot of stress for how they hurt you, hoping that you're going to give them an opportunity to come clean, to confess, to explain themselves, and also tell you about all these self-sabotaging behaviors that you're probably already aware of, actually. But they want to confess all of this to you as well, because I feel they are carrying a heavy burden of guilt at the moment for how they treated you, for how they acted, for how they discredited this connection and what was happening between the two of you, but also because they want to apologize and they want to set the record straight that their behaviors and all these other things created so many problems that were unnecessary because they were trying to avoid going through the growth that was required of them and that still is required of them in order to continue on this journey. I knew you wouldn't hurt me on purpose, but I couldn't shake my fears and insecurities. Well, this is what your person is addressing now. I'm doing it now, getting rid of those fears, getting rid of those insecurities, getting rid of anything and everything that has held them back from being able to be in this relationship with you. Whether it is fears or insecurities, old emotional wounds, whether it is other issues, rejection issues, abandonment issues and fears, all of these things your person is having to address and work on. And they knew that you would not do these things to them, but yet that fear is something that they've carried with them for a very long time. And when you carry something like that with you for a very long time, it kind of becomes embedded or ingrained in our character and our psyche, in kind of like the essence of who we are. And when you are constantly listening to those fears and insecurities playing over and over and over in your head, yes, you are going to put up a wall. You are going to run away. You are going to be like a bat out of Hades and just try and escape all of those things, because the fears and insecurities can become overwhelming because they're very loud. Well, your person is turning those off because they are working through them. And your person has always known that you were not going to hurt them. But that fear that it could happen is what caused them to have these self-sabotaging behaviors. That caused them to try to get away without doing this work on themselves. But all of this is going to be different because while they tried to run from these life lessons and experiences that are causing their personal and spiritual growth, they can't hide from them. They're still having to have these experiences because this is what they signed up for this lifetime, to get this growth, to get this transformation, to go through all of this transition so that they can be the partner who can show up for you and be with you and be the partner that you have always imagined, fantasized, dreamed, and known that they can be. You'll be hearing from me. Well, I do feel your person is going to reach out to you because they want to set the record straight. They want to confess. They want to apologize. They want you to understand that they didn't run from you because of something that was lacking in you. It was because there was something lacking within them. They didn't run because they weren't attracted to you, but because they were so attracted to you and they felt this love for you and they were afraid that you were just going to drop that boot because of their fears and insecurities. Well, these things don't belong in this connection. They don't belong in this relationship. And this is why your person is having to work on these things now, because they don't belong here. Whatever those issues are for your person, old emotional wounds, old baggage, stuff that they have been dragging since perhaps they were a child. Perhaps it's even a wounded inner child, and that is something that takes a little bit of time to work through. But those things don't belong in this connection. So in a way, you have encouraged and inspired this person to go off and get their act together, to go through this overhaul and get rid of these things that have been holding them back, not only from you, but from being successful in other areas of their life as well. They thought that they could get away without doing this work on themselves. Yeah, right. Because the universe says you can run, but you can't hide. You're going to have to face the music at some point. And it is so much easier if we willingly work through those things when they are presented to us the first, second, third, fourth time. Because when you don't, you're going to have it much more difficult. Those life lessons are going to be so much harder. And that's what your person's chosen, but they are working through it because the pain they feel without you is driving them over the edge. And I feel it's hard for them, but it's giving them the wake-up call that they need. Heartache and heartbreak are very powerful teachers. They're hard teachers as well, but so is guilt, regret, and remorse. And this is what your person is feeling at the moment. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know? Well, this is the Chariot. This is all about getting things moving. The Chariot is also about success and victory, telling us that your person is going to be able to successfully assimilate all of these life lessons, all of this growth, all of this transformation, all of this spiritual awakening that they have been going through during the time that you have been apart from one another. Because the Chariot is all about success and victory, as well as your person taking action, as well as your person creating movement, as well as your person coming back towards you, because that is what the Chariot is all about. The Chariot is ruled by Cancer. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Cancer, this can be a place of validation for you, but you don't have to be a Cancer for this reading to work or resonate with you. It is more important that we consider the meaning of this card and how it relates to the other cards that are on the table for the message that the universe is presenting to the collective today. And it is about getting things moving. It is about getting things out of this place of limbo, out of this place where things have been stuck between the two of you for so very long. For some of you, it's been weeks. For some, it's been months. And I know that for some of you, it's been years. So it is time to get this out of this place of being stuck. and create change in this dynamic between you so that you can come back together and build a better relationship with each other. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What message is coming through? This is the Hermit. Well, the Hermit is all about your person being at the moment in this place of disconnect from you, in their little hidey hole, working through their issues, doing this work, having these experiences that are causing them to grow, change, and evolve into a better person so that they can be a better partner for you. The Hermit is all about someone who is in this place of quiet reflection. They are in this self-imposed isolation, and they are looking within themselves to heal, release, and let go of these things that have held them back, by getting rid of the fears, the insecurities, and all of the other illusions that have constantly been playing in their head, that they're not good enough, that they're not worthy, that you're going to leave them, that you're going to see them differently once they take off their mask and be real with you, that you may not like them, and all of this other stuff that your person has spun cycles of in their brain to create this huge illusion for them that they are not good enough, that they are not lovable, that they are not worthy. And as I mentioned, this could be something that they have been carrying with them for a very long time. And it's time for it to heal. And you have been this inspiration and this catalyst for this person's healing and growth. And that is part of your job, but it's not your entire job. There is so much more to this connection than you just inspiring this person to grow, evolve, and change. They are in this place at the moment where they are very shut down because they are doing the work that they need to do. But also, with this Chariot and the Hermit being side by side, this tells us that they're going to come bursting out of this hermit cave and start coming back in your direction because they are feeling rather lonely. They are feeling rather isolated from you, and they don't like it so much anymore. They want to come back in your direction because the pain that they feel without you is actually very hard for them. It's difficult for them. They're heartbroken just like you are. You are both feeling and experiencing the same emotions right now because you share that intuition, that empathy, and that telepathy, but also because you mirror each other, right? Whatever you're going through, your person can also be going through. The Hermit is ruled by Virgo, but let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Let's see what else is coming through. What do we need to hear? Justice. Well, justice is about an apology coming from your person. Also, your person acknowledging that they did not give to you as much in the past, and they can see where if they had been more loving, more giving, more caring, more balanced in their approach, treating you fairly, treating you with love and respect, that this relationship could be in a very different place. But that is what they ran from. That is what they tried to get away from doing their work on, and feeling some regret and remorse for that, knowing that they owe you an apology and wanting to show up with an apology because they want to speak the truth, and when your person returns, they're going to be real and authentic with you. Justice is ruled by Libra, but it is also that you have this soul contract with each other, and we've talked about that since this reading started, that you provide for one another this growth that is happening in each of your lives right now. Whatever life lessons you have had to learn along the way, unconditional love, patience, and whatever else it has been that you are working through during this disconnected time from your person, you are both growing, changing, and evolving. You have advanced spiritually since your person has been MIA from your life, right? You guys watching the reading. Because yes, you probably have been advancing spiritually, because honestly, it's the only way that you can get through these kind of experiences. They're difficult because you long for them, you miss them, you don't feel complete without them. You feel more whole when they are with you, and you are whole anyway as you are. It's that energy of that person that you have reconnected with after so many lifetimes of being together and finding each other again in this lifetime. And then you long for that connection because this is how these situations work. But as well, your person acknowledging that you have unfinished business because there's more to this story and your person knows it. But let's see what else we need to hear for this message today, please. What is coming through, please? What do we need to know? The Wheel. Oh, I love that the Wheel of Fortune came next to Justice. What's with the major arcana today, guys? By the way, the deck that we're using today is the Mermaid Tarot. So this is all of these wonderful under the sea images that you're seeing on these cards. And I actually love this Wheel of Fortune because, well, it looks like a pirate ship wheel. Is that called a wheel on a pirate ship? Take the wheel, Captain Jack Sparrow. I think it's called a wheel. It might be called something else. The thing that you steer the boat with. Anyway, the Wheel of Fortune, especially with it next to the Justice card. Oh my goodness. Yes, there's more to this story. It's not over between you and this person. The Wheel of Fortune is the wheel of fate. It is the wheel of the universe that is constantly turning, constantly spinning, constantly clicking away, creating the changes in our lives from one moment to the next. It tells us that change is coming into this connection with your person because they want to come back in your direction and they want to get things moving. They want to come out of this hermit cave. They want to get on their chariot and start charging towards you to apologize because there's unfinished business between the two of you. And that as well is part of this Wheel of Fortune, the wheel of the universe, the wheel of fate, and the wheel of destiny. Again, supporting that you and this person do have karma with one another. And that karma is these life lessons and experiences that you have both agreed to have for the perfection of your souls, which is why we are on the planet. It is to perfect our souls. Of course, it's about having great relationships and having great sex and having great jobs and all of the things that make us happy in our lives, especially cake or cookies. Cake. I love cake, actually. I haven't had cake in a long time. But this is about, there's more to come here in this story between you and your person, but it also tells us that change is in the wind and that things are going to start shifting here fairly soon as your person makes their way towards you. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Well, this is the Eight of Swords. Well, nothing says fears and insecurities like the Eight of Swords. Well, that is about your person acknowledging that they were kept in this mental prison of their own making because they were listening to all of their fears and all of their insecurities. And that's what this Eight of Swords is. I listen to all of this stuff. I listen to my illusions, but I am turning those off. I am shutting those down, and I am going to start playing a different soundtrack in my mind because I want to come out of this mental prison. I see that being in this space where I allowed all of these things to negatively influence me and my life was not the right thing, but I did it anyway because I was fearful. I was afraid. I was not ready to create the change. I wanted to hold on to childish and immature behaviors. But I see now that in doing so, all I've done is create a big mess for myself because I miss you and I want to get back together because my heart is screaming out to me that we belong together. And I tried to run from all of this thinking that I was going to be able to prevent having to go through this growth, but I see now that that was a very foolish thing for me to do. Actually, it was quite stupid. I shouldn't have behaved the way that I did because I'm getting these life lessons and I feel that they're a lot harder on me now because I didn't go through them willingly when I had the opportunity thinking that I could run away from all of this, but I couldn't because I know that we are bound together by a destiny, by a fate that still needs to unfold between us. That's what I was running from as well. I knew that I was going to have to change in order to be with you, and I was not ready for any of this stuff. I thought that I could escape all of it, but again, that was foolish on my part. I see all of my errors in judgment. I see the error of my ways, and I can see where I allowed my fears and insecurities to get the best of us and get the best of this connection, and I am so very sorry for hurting you, but I am changing. And I am changing as quickly as I can. Now, from the bottom, we do have the Magician. This tells us that your person is going to be able to manifest all of the things that they need to make their way back to you. It also tells us your person is very attracted to you and that they desire you and this relationship. Your person knows that this connection between the two of you is a very significant one. They know that it goes beyond the passion that they feel. They know that it is much deeper than that it's not a surface relationship, that it is a connection that comes with a soul deep love because you have a journey together. This connection is mental. It is spiritual, it is passionate, and it is emotional. And your person sees and understands this now. We also have the King of Pentacles, and I love the energy of the King of Pentacles because it's all about stability. It is all about emotional maturity. The King of Pentacles energy tells us your person has been growing, evolving, and changing, finding their grown-up person pants and putting them on and wearing them and never taking them off again. The King of Pentacles is all about being mature. The King of Pentacles is also very stable and very structured and very logical. The King of Pentacles energy does move a little slowly because they have a plan and they try to make sure that their plan encompasses everything. Lots of T's to be crossed, lots of I's to be dotted, lots of angles to look at and assess and reassess. But when the King of Pentacles is ready to take action, they will come for you with a determination and a dedication that you have not seen, because as this person returns, they're going to be dependable and they're going to be reliable, and you are never going to wonder what's going on with them ever again, because they're going to share everything with you. Because respect, loyalty, trust, love are very important components of a relationship for this energy of the King of Pentacles, and that is regardless of your person's sign or gender. This is the energy of the reading. The King of Pentacles is an earth sign, so that is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But all kings take action. They don't sit on their throne forever. They get up and make something happen. We also have the Three of Pentacles, which I love coming next to the King, because that is all about consistency. It is about better communication. It is about making compromises. It is about trust. It is about love. It is about stability and security in this relationship, because the Three of Pentacles is all about the builder. Your person wanting to build a better relationship for the two of you and being determined and dedicated to making that happen. We also have the Page of Pentacles. And this Page of Pentacles is all about making an offer to you. This is about your person wanting to talk. It's about them wanting to hang out. It is about them extending an invitation to you to spend some time together, because they want to talk. They want to clear the air. They want to see if you are willing to allow them back into your life. But also, this Page of Pentacles is about a message coming from your person. Pages deliver messages. The Page of Pentacles, like the King, is an earth sign. So that is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So let me grab some more cards here and see what else is happening here. What else do we need to know? So I do feel with that Wheel of Fortune showing up, it does tell us that change is happening. Change is coming into this connection with your person, because they are changing. And as they continue through this growth and this change and this transformation that they've been going through, they're going to show up for you a very different person. They will be able to invest in this relationship, because that is what the King of Pentacles energy does. They are fully invested, full on, all of them, body, mind, soul, spirit, all of it, into this connection with you, because the King of Pentacles desires a long-term partner. Well, this is all about change here with this card, number 9. But not the number 9. Doesn't the number 9 resonate with anyone? The number 9 is all about the end of a cycle. The end of this cycle of disconnect, the end of this cycle of being away from your person. Dare I say, the end of the cycle of separation. This number 9 can also reflect the 9th of a month. It can reflect September. So perhaps those are some significant times for you and this person. Maybe you met in September. Maybe someone's birthday is in September. Anniversary energy in September. But this is about change. And this is about change coming to this connection, actually. And it's interesting that this card comes with this. Well, this is a horseless carriage, which is obviously a car, kind of like 1910, 1920 or so. I don't know when they created cars because I can't remember. But this is about movement as well, because this looks like the Chariot, doesn't it? It's about movement. It's about getting things unstuck. It is about moving house as well. Perhaps for some of you, you are changing where you live or changing your living environment in some way. And perhaps this is also happening for your person. But regardless, this is about change. Change is happening, especially because we have that Wheel of Fortune there also. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? Courtship. Well, this card comes with number 4. Which for those of you who have been watching the channel for a while, that is one of my favorite numbers because it's all about, we could say it in unison, stability. And that is all about the King of Pentacles, actually wanting stability, wanting structure, wanting a strong foundation for this relationship. Now this number 4 could be the 4th of a month. It could be April, the 4th month, actually, or any other way that the number 4 is significant to you and your person of interest. But courtship, very Victorian looking or Edwardian looking in their clothing. It does look Edwardian though. That's one of my favorite periods. I like the clothes from the Edwardian time period, actually. Kind of like the Downton Abbey clothes. I love that time period of clothing. But back to the reading. Courtship. What is that? Well, that is about your person wanting to date you. That is about them wanting to extend this invitation to see if you'll spend time with them. And it really is about starting over. It is about beginning all over from square one. Because that's what you do when you're courting somebody. You build a rapport with them. You build a connection with them. You build a relationship with them because you and this person are going to have to rediscover each other. You're different. You've changed. You've both changed. You've both evolved and grown. During this time, you've been away from each other. So yes, it's about getting to know one another again. It is about spending quality time together. It is about sitting on a park bench and holding hands. It is about going for walks. It's about going hiking. It's about going for strolls on the beach. It's about going for drives in the car. It is about traveling together. It is about going places and doing things. Perhaps, though, just spending a beautiful evening at home in front of the fire, having some adult beverages, listening to music, whatever your favorite songs are, or watching something on television, or just sitting and talking to each other, getting to know each other all again. That is what courtship is, and I feel that this is what your person wants to do. They know that they're going to have to rebuild, and that is the energy of that King of Pentacles coming towards you, actually, knowing that they can't just pop in and pick up where they left off. I feel your person knows that that is not the case. They know that they are going to have to work for you. And this person is willing to move mountains to get back to you if they have to. They will crawl across broken glass to get to you if they have to. This is about your person being dedicated and determined. This is about them doing what is necessary. And you will see a determination, a dependability, and a reliability in this person that you have not seen in them before because they don't want to blow it. They don't want to fail because your person wants to get back and get this relationship to this place where you feel safe and secure in their love for you. The offering. Now I'm going to be challenged. Here we go. 50, 64. No, it's 5. 50, 64. I think that is 64 if anyone resonates with 64. But that is also 6 plus 4. It could be June 4th. It could be April 6th. 6 plus 4 equals 10. It could be the 10th month. It could be January because 10 does resolve to 1, which is all about starting over. Why is that song playing through my head? Starting over. Who sings that? George Harrison, maybe? I don't know. Who knows who sings that song? Is that song important to someone? You would just like starting over. I don't know. It's something along those lines, but that is what Spirit is putting in my head. So if that song resonates with anyone, please let me know. But this offering very much supports that Page of Pentacles, actually, because that is about your person extending an offer to you. An offer of love, an invitation, an apology, an offer of peace, a peace offering, the olive branch. Your person wanting to bridge this distance that's between you so the two of you can start spending time together, so that you can start rebuilding, so that you can start courting each other, so that you can start having this relationship from the ground up and build together a better partnership where you're going to be confident and safe and secure in this person's love for you. This is what this is about. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Mirroring each other, self-reflection, introspection, and inner wounds. Well, we have been talking a lot about inner wounds during this reading today. Those childhood wounds, perhaps, that wounded inner child. Perhaps your person has been carrying with them for quite some time a wounded inner child. And that child needs love. That child needs support. That child needs to be loved back to where your person feels complete and whole again. But also doing a lot of self-reflection that comes with that Hermit card that is down here somewhere. Doing a lot of introspection, addressing those things that are within so that they can be dealt with, so that they can be healed, and so that they can be released. This is what this is about. But also you and this person mirror each other. So if your person is going through a difficult time, you are probably as well. If you are going through a difficult time, they are probably as well, because this is how these connections work, because you share that strong bond. And when you get back together, start asking your person if they haven't shared this with you about stuff that was going on when they were children, and you'll see that you had a lot of similarities in your lives because you mirror each other throughout most of your lives. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. Healing heart. Well, this is about healing heartbreak. Well, toxicity or addiction and abusive relationships. Well, toxic and dysfunctional relationships can be abusive, can't they? Yes, they can. And your person healing from all of these things as well, especially if this is something from the past. And if this is something from the past that they've needed to heal, it needs to be gone as they come back in your direction, because you don't want that toxic and dysfunctional behavior back in your life or in this relationship. And they are working at dealing with this now. They are working at getting rid of it. That is part of this working on myself. They had to address it. They had to really look at that. And that is why that Hermit card is here, because that is about digging deep, doing a lot of soul searching, doing a lot of self-reflection, digging deep into that shadow, working within that shadow, having to do that shadow work and really address those things that we have kept buried, that we have kept perhaps even trapped and stuck in our subconscious because we don't want to deal with it. We just try to push it away, but we have to ultimately deal with it. That is what your person has been doing, because they are a butterfly. And this is about your person evolving and growing. But also it is about this, oh look, it's about healing the inner child and releasing the past, which is exactly what needs to be happening during this time that you are apart from each other. But it's also about getting to the next phase. It's also about evolving and growth. And this is what you are each doing at the moment in this place that we call preparing for union, because that is using this time wisely. That is using this time as it was designed, doing what you need to do for both of you to heal, to let go of things that have been hindering you from being able to live your best life, from being able to be your authentic self, addressing those things within us. And with that mirror being there, perhaps there's some issues within your person that you also have, because you will reflect that back to each other. So maybe spend a little bit of time with a journal and see if there's anything else within you that you need to release, that you need to let go of, that is holding you back from other areas of your lives as well. But let's see what else is coming through for this message today, please. Let's see what we need to know. Ready for the next phase as your person comes back, though. That is what this is about, stress. Well, this is about turbulence. tension. I'm not really seeing arguments between the two of you at the moment because you're probably not talking to each other, but there could have been some stressful arguments in the past, and that is what that... Where was that? Yes, my self-sabotage hurt us both. Yes, your person creating arguments because they were trying to sabotage this relationship. Perhaps even blaming you for those arguments, which wasn't very nice of them. That was actually quite mean-spirited, especially when you did not do it. But you're going to get an apology for all of that. But I feel as well your person feels stressed right now because they're not 100% sure if you're going to be open to giving them another chance, if you're going to be open to taking them back. They hope that you will. And you guys watching the reading as well, you may be feeling some stress at the moment also because it's been a while and your person hasn't reached out. And what this is calling for you guys at the moment is to have faith in what you feel and what you believe and what you know in your heart, your inner guidance, that small quiet voice that is within you, where your soul is, where you know about what is happening in this connection with your person. Yourselves not listening to your fears and your insecurities by letting that record play over and over in your head, that this person's gone forever, that they don't think about me, that they don't care, that they've just moved on. This is about you as well. Letting go of your stress, doing whatever you can to alleviate that stress. Maybe it's about working out, going for a walk, going for a jog, hanging out with friends, taking a hot bath, doing some yoga, meditating, doing something for you, because this time is also about positive self-care for you and self-love as well. Apology. Well, forgiveness, return, and sorry. I do feel this person is going to apologize, and we did mention that with that Justice card showing up somewhere down here. Your person knows that they owe you an apology, and they want to come back. They want to return. They're hoping that you're going to forgive them. But I feel that the way things were between the two of you at the very end when you were spending time together, it could have been very stressful for you both. So this person chose to take this exit. Did they take the exit the right way? Probably not, because I don't think that running and ghosting is necessarily the right adult way to take an exit. But yet your person wasn't in that emotionally mature place to be able to have this conversation with you that they needed a time out or that they needed a break. But I don't believe that your person is gone. I feel that your person is coming back because their loneliness, their heartache and heartbreak is screaming out at them because it's unbearable. They want you and they want this connection. They are working on changing and evolving, and change is all over this reading. They want a fresh start. They want to court you. They want to date. They want to extend an offer, a peace offering, an invitation to spend time together, an apology. Because your person knows that the two of you belong together. And that is the energy of that King of Pentacles. That is about them wanting to do what is necessary to build this relationship on a much firmer, much stronger foundation than was ever here before between the two of you, because this Three of Coins is the card of the builder. And it tells us your person is going to be dependable and reliable, dedicated, determined to show up and build a relationship with you that will withstand the test of time, because your person wants you and they know it's time for them to start initiating these changes in this connection between the two of you. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.